back to Techie Tuesday. I am Tara O'Gorman, and for Techie Tuesday, we want to, well, first of all, I need to shut off this sound here. We are going to jump right into it, so there won't be any announcements. That way, when you need to go back and watch this later because you forgot how to text wrap and you need to review, you will be able to do that easily. And let's see, I guess it's like I said, we're just going to dive right in. I think maybe I could use another light. Well, that's too much. So maybe that's a little better. How about this? We got lights everywhere. Oh, it might be a little too much again. Anyway, let's go. You're gonna see a blink with a crazy screen, and then we're gonna get right into it. And okay, hopefully you can see this page here and my whole screen and me, and hopefully you can hear me. And if you're watching this live, let me know. And if you're watching the replay, I think the sound is okay. All right, and I think you can see the screen. I'm not covering anything. Okay, so working in the family book, I put together this page to fill in the gap. I just wanted to show you real briefly. This is from the August virtual crop, Creative Memories virtual crop. So I grabbed the sketch number 1 and did that for this page. And now I went ahead and built out, move this to the top here. I built out this 2-page spread, which was sketch number 4 from the Creative Memories virtual crop for August. And I didn't want to waste time showing you how to build out from a sketch, because I've done that many times in past lives, but I wanted to jump right in. I am going to throw things into these squares, so you will see really quickly how to build a page when you already have it set up like this. But the main thing I want to show you today is text wrapping. Because if you've ever tried to, with your text box, if you want to put it alongside an embellishment that maybe has a unique sort of edge, you end up doing a hard return or lots of spaces. And then if you change your mind and you move it, then you have to undo all that. And so that can be very time consuming and a real pain. So Creative Memory or Artisan has a way to make this easy for you. So that's the sketch I use. I'm going to move that off to the side. I'm going to come up to my view tab at the top and change it into 2 separate pages, my view, so that you can see the whole 2-page spread. I do have the photos picked out, so I'm going to drop them in. This is from a trip to Maine. And so my mother-in-law, we're making a lobster. And the dogs are also really intrigued about what's going on here. And just dropping these pictures in. Okay, now I don't know if you can tell, but I have not edited these photos at all. And what I do, some people like to edit their photos like down to cropping them and everything else. But Artisan, you can do so much on the photo tab and also under the color tab. So like this picture is very dark. If I go under this, the color menu and click on brightness, I can actually do anything I would do in another editing program. I usually just bump up the midtones is kind of what I usually do. Play with the contrast and see if the face gets lighter or darker. The shadows, her face is kind of in the shadow, so I want to lighten that up. And you can see I didn't take the time to do that, you know, in another program. I'm also going to do that with this photo right here, just so that they're kind of similar in color, because now that you know, indoor lighting, sometimes I definitely prefer the great outdoors and natural lighting. And when you get like indoor lighting that is super like warm like this, you can also in Artisan come up to temperature, same thing, and kind of cool down your photo if it's very yellow. And so I like to do that. Otherwise, yeah, things can look very yellow / orange. So I kind of cool them down when I need to. Okay, so, all right, now I'm gonna go to content. I'm going to Coastal Shore, which is a Creative Memories kit, and I'm gonna grab some paper. This is what I used on the last page as well, I think. All right, so what do we got? We got some, I need some wood. So we've got deck in here. Now the deck is kind of weathered. You know how wood gets. So I can come in here and change it to black and white and give my wood tone. Of course, there's indoor wood. I'm going to change it back because you can see the inside of the cabin is also wood. All right, so we've got some wood, and what color do I want to use? Well, I think I might go with this red and white paper, which interestingly enough looks like and I'm turning it because I want well, whoops, that one, wait, I want it to go opposite of the wood, of the wood grain. Okay, so now I've got that going across, and I'm going to leave the background of it white, I think, just so that those pictures pop. And I'm going to come into my embellishments, and there is a there are these cute lobster embellishments, but I want one big lobster embellishment. So this is another fun tip. I'm going to make this super big. Whoops, went over to the other page. No problem. I'm trying to get to the end here. All right, to the last one. Now I'm going to come up to my cut ribbon, and I'm going to do a straight cut. And I can't, it's so big I can't see where it is. All right, hold on. Let's cancel this. Let's make these lobsters a more manageable size for the moment, because we're going to size it up in a second. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to come back here to my straight. Now I can see what I'm doing. I just want to leave the last one. So I'm going to say keep the unshaded area, and I'm going to cut it. All right, so now I have one little lobster, and now I can make it big, except I think let's see, restore original aspect ratio. Okay, might be a little big. And I think I want it over here. Okay. I'm gonna go with it kind of half on the page like this, because the whole point of today's video is to show you how to text wrap. So I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna copy and then come over here and add the same lobster, but I'm gonna turn him so he's kind of going down the page, and let's see, kind of like that. Let me go into format and add a little I'm adding light shadows to everything so it has a little three-dimensional look. And I just want to go in here to my mat, sorry, and add, oh, I already have the relief. Okay, good. And all right, now I need to come back over to this page, and I'm going to go back to format and do a light shadow on all the things. Light. Now I can select everything, and I could do it all at one time as well. All right, so everything's got a shadow. I did already type out my text box. Here it is. It's over here. Let me arrow this over so it's on the page. It's off the page. Okay, so this is the main lesson of today. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see it nice and clear. All right. So I'm going to add my journal box down here to the bottom, and if I were going to try to fit this text next to this lobster, you can see where I'd have to come in here and kind of do a hard return down to get it to line up. So I'm going to undo both of that because I'm going to show you how to do it better. So the key is you want whatever embellishment you're going to wrap on to be on top of your text box. So here it is on the left hand side. If you look over, can you see my left hand side? Yes, you can. On the far left where it says elements, that has the order of your elements. So the lobster is in fact on top of the text box. Then you're going to hold your shift key and select both of them. So I have the lobster selected and I have the text box. Then I'm going to right click and go down to wrapping. And then you'll see element shape. And once you do that, you see that the text moves. Now, from here, you can play with your text box to get it just the way you want it. So like if you don't want, like I probably don't want words going in between the legs, but you can see how they kind of wrap around those lobster legs. And I have I have a justify on the left. I can go to center and do something like this, and now it kind of looks like the California. And you see how it wraps like that. So this is a super handy tool to make your life easy. If I want to go back in, I can change that back to a left justify, which I think and I need to change my font. I like this font, and that's a little big for me, maybe 14, but now you can see what happens. I got an A, I got some words kind of in some funky places. Whoops, don't move the paper. Sure you grab the text box, but I can grab this text box and I can move it all around, and those things will just go in there. So I can make this bold if I want. So that text box works just like any other text box, but now that I've related it to this embellishment, whether I'm moving the embellishment or I'm moving the text box, adjusting the text box, it will adjust to whatever it is I do. I use the word feast twice, so let's change that to dinner. And okay, so I think now I just need to add a text box, whoops, over here on this page, and because our main habits say lobster, insert text, all right, and I love using fun fonts. This is the font I used on the previous page. Oop, I keep grabbing that paper. If you find yourself doing that, just go ahead and lock that element on the left side so that you stop doing that. And I think I can move these down, and then I have more room for lobster right there. And I'm not sure what color I want to use. Maybe a super dark red. And go back to format, add a light shadow. Let's see if I have any other fun embellishments I want to use. Not crabs. There's a little lobster trap. That might be fun, although we didn't catch them. We purchased them. And we are not by the we are a little inland in these pictures in Maine. That's some fun wood. Do I like this wood better? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. No, I think it's okay. All right, well, I think I'm good with just these two big lobsters. We had lots of lobsters. Whoops, you can see I moved that and then my text changed. All right, well, there you have it. We got some text wrapping, and hopefully you learned a little something about text wrapping. And that's it for today. Quick and easy. It's just a real quick tutorial that hopefully you can refer back to whenever you find yourself doing lots of returns to format a text box to fit your embellishments, and hopefully that will save you some time and aggravation. One last thing before I go: if you are local in Florida, live close to me, at the end of September, I will be having a Ride the Rails digital crop. So we are going to board a train and to land at the cutest little train station, take the train to Tampa, scrapbook on our laptops the whole way to Tampa, have lunch, then grab the train back in the afternoon and get back to DeLand hopefully around 7:45 in the evening. So that information is on my website right now. I'm actually going to take a trial train trip. My husband met me in Lakeland at a retreat a couple weeks ago, or in June. Well, it feels like a couple weeks ago, but I guess it was a couple months ago at this point. But and so it worked out great, and so we're going to ride the train all the way to Tampa, and very excited about that. So if, like I said, if you're local and you want to ride the rails with us and scrapbook along the way, we'd love to have you, and you can find more information at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. All right, that's all for me. Until I see you again, stay